Just like
I think
on the
he
CB
said
radio.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I said love you.
Yeah.
And I said love you because
It's like instead of like saying over, you say love you.
love you. I mean, that's just what I say.
Yeah.
I just say
that's
love
just-
you.
Yeah. That's just who
That's,
you are as a person.
It
It's a
is.
good thing.
It
It's a
really
good
is.
thing. No, it's
I'm very much a love you person.
I love that about you. I do.
I love everybody, and I have to, because I have been going on dates recently. I have to
you
be
have to-
careful
oh, yeah.
when I'm
Oh.
like leaving a first date, not to be like, okay, love you, bye.
Yeah. But you know what? If it works, it works.
Oh man. So okay,
All right. So we got the
actually,
Delaware.
interestingly,
Yeah.
a cut. I think. Okay, so let me go through.
Wait, and so are we in character in this, or are we just like
We're just talking.
us?
We're just
Okay.
chatting.
Oh, I don't know how that is here. Oh,
Well,
that's weird.
yeah. I mean, you're still, but you can still be a billionaire.
No,
like,
well,
that's,
you know.
The
Yeah.
thing about your character is that it's
it's
pretty hard to
You
differentiate.
should pay me for
because
being
you
here.
do
Yeah.
have so much money.
That's true. Absolutely. Yeah. It
Okay,
might as well
so
be billions.
here's sort of the preface that I have written at the very top is that Robert Pattinson is just a regular on the talk show.
Yeah, of
That
course.
is what the stories are about.
Okay.
And I met him while doing Punch Up on Remember Me, and it was my idea to make it end with 9/11.
Okay. Okay.
So that's sort of how Robert fits into the whole thing, and he'll
Okay.
show up kind of consistently
Sure.
throughout the stories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a strong actor.
Yeah.
He's important to have around.
Yeah, and I think that he's maybe the protagonist of the story.
I love this.
I think he might be the protagonist, and then
Is this
I
gonna have,
am
like,
just the narrator.
a Tingler cover when you get it all.
No, I actually designed the
Oh my God.
cover, and
Yeah.
I am really happy with it.
Yeah.
And there will probably be
Also-
other versions of the cover.
Yeah.
But oh shit, where did it go?
If you do want to self-publish it, like,
I'm probably going to.
yeah, like,
Well, I think that I'm going to start by publishing the single stories as like essentially zines. This is
Yeah.
the cover I designed.
oh my God, it's amazing. How
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I'm not on Instagram ever anymore. I love it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love that
really excited
so
about
much.
it.
You gotta have
Um,
like 42 like Easter eggs, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very obviously
Yeah, no, which is it's perfect.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
One of the best books.
I
so.
can't decide if the subtitle is going to be an oral history of the end of the world or if it's going to be true stories,
Oh
true stories about real things that actually happened.
my God, I love the oral history, but I love that second one
Yeah.
so much more.
True stories of real things that
Yes.
actually happened.
Yes, because it's like so meta and
Yeah.
it's like already funny from
Yeah.
from the cover, you know.
Yeah.
But I just
So
love oral history, so I was like oral history, but no.
so the oral history.
Yeah.
I got some oral history for you.
All right, well, let's stack them up. and
Sucked
see.
off your dad last night. How
Oh,
about
no.
that?
He probably had a good day then. He probably had a good day today, if that were the case. I hope my
Okay.
dad is not watching.
So the first story is I've titled it "The War for Late Night,"
Okay,
which is sort of like a
nod to.
yeah, it's a meta nod, and so it is that I kidnap Jamie's character through time,
Sure.
which is a thing that happened on
Yeah,
the story.
yeah.
But then the thing that is new is that created that ripped a hole in the space-time continuum.
Sure. Yeah.
And alternate versions of talk show hosts come through, and I have to kill
is-
them one at a time, Scott Pilgrim
Yeah,
style.
I was gonna say Scott Pilgrim. We were just talking about that last night.
And so like Jay Leno is like a Mad Max style road warrior, all in denim.
Oh my God, like I can see it with like
And-
the motorcycle.
Yeah,
With the
exactly.
high handle.
Yeah.
I can see it.
And like Conan is like a Y2K futurism, like Xenon girl from the 21st century
yeah.
style.
In the year 2000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dave Letterman is a high fantasy wizard.
I could see that even just being reality.
Yes. Well,
With
and
that beard?
he's not someone that we fight. He bestows wisdom upon
Yeah,
us,
yeah, because
and
he's been there.
He tells us how to end the war for late night, which is to summon the spirit of Joan Rivers,
Okay.
and
yeah.
so she can banish all the late night warlords to her dimension.
Yeah. Well, no, was very powerful.
Yeah.
Like, that absolutely tracks. Yeah.
And Jimmy Kimmel is a vampire.
Yeah. And Jimmy Fallon is just not even. included.
No, Jimmy Fallon is like a claymation character. And
He just breaks in every
Craig
scene.
Ferguson and Craig
Craig Ferguson.
Kilborn is a two-faced goblin. His face spins around.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, and Craig
So
Kilborn
good.
sucks.
Yeah, Craig. Wow.
And then
Who else is there?
Corden is a giant stumbling baby. And
so that's just reality.
Yeah,
You're not going to change it.
It'll
at
just
all?
be James Corden, but in a diaper, and he just screams and cries like he does. And Eric Andre is like a feral eldritch horror with chainsaw hands and a giant slimy dick that he drags behind him.
Okay.
And it picks up things like a lint roller.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I think that'll just be like an in-passing thing that comes up like he's also there.
Wait, are you gonna what, like, is it anyone who's ever had a late night show?
No, I think I am mostly sticking to the people who had late night shows during the quote unquote war for late night.
Okay, that's fair.
During the Jay Leno Conan sort of thing.
Sure. Okay. I was gonna say because Chelsea Handler and Busy Phillips had one.
Oh yeah.
But Chelsea Handler,
well, and
later.
the other thing is that those, I think it's possible that they'll show up because I feel like Chelsea Lately was happening at the time.
Probably. Just starting.
And it's possible that they'll show up, but I don't want them. I like the idea of this being like old white man fighting each other sort of deal.
Yes. Well, like the reality of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
Okay. I love that. Yeah.
And then, so the way that it ends is that all of these are banished into Joan Rivers' dimension.
Yeah.
And then I become the only late night talk show in the universe.
Perfect.
And so that's sort of like what sets up that.
Yeah. Amazing.
And so then the next story is President Egg.
Okay.
Which is because I feel like basically all of the crazy shit that happens is sort of like born out of this time kidnapping.
Sure,
and
right.
Like a dimensional
it's
rip.
Like my theory that every time they turn CERN on, they like knock us into a and so like right now we're in a bad one, but that's funny.
Yeah.
Right. But like, for a while it was just a bad one.
Right now we're in the teenage dirtbag.
Yeah.
Dimension. We've talked about this.
We've talked about this. I have a lot of feelings about this
before.
Yes, exactly.
When I moved here, I accidentally slipped into the teenage dirtbag dimension.
Right.
Which exactly the perfect way to describe it is horrific but funny.
Right. Like the whole Andrew Tate getting busted by pizza. That's hilarious.
Horrific,
but funny. Like, out of any way of that story to end, that couldn't have been funnier.
And that's also how I feel about the song Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Terrible, awful, kind of funny though.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's where I feel like we are right now. So I'm into this like multiverse situation.
So the president becomes an egg.
Okay, but so is it a specific president? Like Obama,
Bush, it is Joe Biden.
It is Joe Biden.
But it is Joe Biden as an egg.
Right.
So,
okay. But
aviator sunglasses, tie, but it's an egg.
Yeah, we did it ovum. Like
if it falls over, it'll break.
Oh, he's very fragile. Like the real Joe Biden.
But also, it is loosely tied to Jamie's character that was Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
And so part of it is there is a robot army, which is why we have to destroy him by destroying Delaware.
Yeah.
And it's messy.
Yeah, no, but like it's real.
So like I'm trying to decide, does he come back from the future?
President Egg?
Okay. Is this an egg that came from another dimension and needs to become president in order to ?
Right.
Or is this an egg from here that's the dimensional rift imbued with some sort of...
I don't want to get in the weeds on Egg Biden, but was he, like, when he was vice president, was he also an egg, or did one day he just turn into an egg if he was in this universe?
Well, the thing is, this isn't Joe Biden necessarily.
Oh. Okay.
Like in a literal sense.
Okay.
But it is an egg that has the same personality and energy of Joe Biden.
Okay.
And is president now.
And has the same name, or is it different?
No, his name is President Egg.
Okay.
His name is Egg. Then he becomes president, and he becomes President Egg.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
And saying this is going to come up a lot. I'm saying he as a placeholder.
Sure. But like,
because
what
there's
gender does an
I
egg
think there's
have?
going to be a lot of characters
Yeah.
within this story that are like, I'm just going to give a pronoun to.
Sure.
Just because,
like a lot of humans.
just
They're
because,
like, I just got this
how
one.
else are we gonna play to Middle America?
That's
You know what I'm
true.
talking
That's
about?
right. Yeah, we don't want to confuse
We
them.
don't need any theys and thems in
No.
this story.
No.
We want Wisconsin. We
Yeah.
want Kansas to be able, your
Kansas, yeah.
uncle in Kansas to be able to crack open this book
Yeah.
and get it.
Exactly.
Right off the bat. The
Yeah.
president is an egg and he's a man.
Right. Yeah.
And that
okay.
egg is
you
a
know what?
man.
Yeah, we don't want to confuse anybody.
But
like,
there
just for
probably
clarity.
will be like various asides of like just to be clear, this egg has no gender.
Right,
And I'm
right.
doing this for
Right.
for your Uncle Dale
Yeah.
in Kansas.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So I'll go with the pronouns as stated, but I'll keep in mind.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't know.
I
Like,
feel
how do
like
you
and
gender an
President
egg?
Egg definitely has a masculine energy
Huh.
for sure.
See, I don't know. I guess when I think egg, I think like more femme.
But when you think Joe Biden,
I do think mask-ish, I guess. I mean, old man.
Joe Biden is like a steel rod.
He melted in 9/11. Like,
No, I feel like, or wait, no, you know what Joe Biden is? Joe Biden is like what's it called? A switch. Like the stick that an old lady uses to beat you with.
Yeah. The one you have to go pick out of the yard when you're in trouble yourself.
Go find me a switch.
Yeah,
that's what Joe Biden is.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And so this is an egg with the energy of a switch.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna.
And
go
he
with
says
it.
Jack a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah. Okay. That definitely is mask.
Do I want to have sex with Joe Biden? Maybe I do.
Yeah. Maybe this is all.
It's entirely possible that I want to have sex with
terms
Joe Biden.
with your Joe Biden fetish.
Look,
and you're like, I have to write a whole book about.
I would love
President
to
Egg.
slam ass with Joe Biden. Oh yes, malarkey. That's the word he says a lot.
Right, malarkey. Yeah,
Malarkey.
thank you.
And so I will be pulling a lot of dialogue directly from Joe Biden.
Yeah, I mean that's just going to save you time when you're writing.
Also, you probably have not played the Metal Gear Solid game.
No,
but
I've heard of
evil. There's like an evil
egg?
Conservative congressman.
Oh. Well, I know the type.
Uses nanomachines.
Oh, okay.
And he has like a big monologue while you fight him has a lot of like moments in it that are like, this is the energy.
Okay.
This is the energy.
Okay, I bet I can find that on YouTube.
Be like, I played college ball, you know.
Yeah.
That sort of
exactly.
that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so do you sort of recall what the story with Delaware was?
So I came in with the Delaware story when we were making a movie about it.
Yes, that's the story that I'm talking about.
Okay,
The movie
yes,
story.
The movie story, yes. So
sort of like how and why that happened.
Right. And I know that Alcatraz was moved there.
Yes.
Like that's what I remember.
Well, see, I think that in essence, that it was, I had brought up that we were on Alcatraz.
Right.
And then when it came up that it was a disaster movie, Dylan was immediately like, oh, well, then this is a story about where'd Alcatraz go?
Yeah, exactly. Which was Delaware that had to be destroyed because
and so
of President Egg. Okay.
The improv brain idea that I came up with of moving Alcatraz to put my studio on is not necessarily the story that I want to go with.
Sure. And that was just, for the movie, like dramatized for effect.
I do think that Alcatraz somehow ending up in space and then shooting
shooting President Egg
and then shooting back down and destroying turning into a comet and destroying Delaware is cool.
Yeah, no, that is very cool. I agree.
But the question is, are we doing it on purpose to get rid of President Egg?
Well, when you think about like writing stories, like that is an action. You know what I mean? We don't want like actions to happen just like on accident. There needs to be a reason.
Okay.
So that's, whether that's the reason or if it's maybe like another reason, you know what I mean? But,
Well, I guess maybe I'm wondering, do you think it's better if us as the characters within the story make Alcatraz do that, or if it just happens, and then we have to figure out why it happens.
Oh, so it's like the inciting incident or the
is Alcatraz disappears.
Climax.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think that there is maybe. Have you ever seen the show Fringe?
A long, like when it came out. Yeah, a long time ago.
There's, well, I mean, and similar with like remember. Lost, where it's like things happen and then sort of over time throughout the stories you sort of piece together like why these things are happening. It's a very J.J. Abrams stupid way to tell a story, but I also really enjoy it.
It's compelling. It's really
very
compelling because you're like, I want to know.
And it's like you find out what the deal is.
Yeah.
And so like parts of it resolve in an episode.
Right.
And that's I'm writing these stories as essentially they will be built like episodes.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good idea. I mean, and then, you know, the thing is then either if it's happening like as you write it, or then you go back and like salt the writing with the clues.
Yeah.
Because that's really satisfying.
Well, and that's why I'm like writing it out as like a whole deep outline first.
Yeah.
Because what I've realized is I love mysteries. I love like a mystery story.
Yeah.
And so I want to emulate a mystery story, but in the form of sci-fi Larry Sanders show.
Yeah. Oh, Larry Sanders. Is Larry Sanders going to be in there? I was thinking about Gary Shandling today, actually.
This is 100% true. Yeah. I have hard plans to get like a tattoo that's like a mom heart, but instead of mom, it says Gary Shandling.
Oh my God. Like you've seen the documentary, right? The HBO.
Oh my God.
I need to watch that again.
Gary Shandling is the greatest of all time.
Really? Yeah.
He's my absolute favorite person.
There's a story. Do you know the story about, well, like he had this t-shirt and I can't remember. It was like another of his comedian friends. And the t-shirt said something to make fun of his friend. And he knew his friend was going to be somewhere on a certain day. And he just walked around the block until his friend saw him. I totally butchered that story, but like
that kind of bit. Oh my God.
Yes.
Me and James have like hard plans to do some really terrible bits this year.
Oh my God. He was so good. He's
actually
too pure for this world.
Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna unveil this poster
on
the stream right now. I'm gonna make 100 of these and post them everywhere.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's the poster.
Yeah. What does it say?
It says we're pregnant, and then tiny letters with comedy.
Yeah.
And then like also tiny letters, the actual information about the show.
Amazing.
But mostly it just says we're pregnant.
Yeah.
And
I look forward to someone taking a picture of that and posting it on Reddit and being like, "What's up with this?
What is this?"
Yeah.
and then we'll get so famous.
Yeah. No, I think you're onto something here. Yes.
And then the other thing is that don't tell anyone about this.
Okay.
Hey, anybody, all 5 of the people watching right now, I swear to God, if you tell anyone about this, I'll kill you.
Yeah. We're billionaires.
We're going to run a competing Portland's Funniest Person during Portland's Funniest Person. And
amazing.
So we're just gonna like book out shows, but have like anybody on the audience gets to vote on
that's amazing
who's the best and have like a bracket and everything.
Yeah.
And the categories are gonna be stuff like how well would this play to Middle America? Would Lorne like this? Did they talk about airplane food? Fit check. How's their outfit looking?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
And it's honestly the most excited I've been about an idea in a long time.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. And you know what? I was just in Coeur d'Alene, and turns out that Middle America does not like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like, how would this play in Middle America?
Yeah,
how would this play in Middle America? And the thing is, I don't expect people to actually judge that way, but I love the idea of having it be like, because
it's just as arbitrary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stage presence. What does that mean?
Yeah. That means I didn't think they were too ugly, but they weren't too hot. That I'm like, why are you up there?
Ooh, that's another one. Were they sexy?
Yes.
Would you smash or pass?
Yes. Oh my God. But don't show people the results of that.
No, I would show. I'll show everybody. I'm going to show everybody.
Devastating.
But don't write your name on your ballot.
No, that's somehow even worse. If you got all pass.
Smash or pass. And
this is all pass. I'm like, who? Put your name down. Tell me who said this.
Who said? Well, I don't know. I think all pass is better than pass, smash, pass.
No, I'd be like, at least I got one smash. Like, I still got it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you were no, I mean on one ballot. So like for the night.
Oh, I see.
Instead of all that space for notes, there will be a lot of like
yeah.
Maybe just instead no, not smash or pass. Do you like me? Yes or no?
Yes, that's better. That's better. I'm just saying if I lost the or if I lost the smash round, I'd go fucking jump off a bridge.
If that's the reason I didn't go through to the next round.
Yeah. Well,
not that me or James will be eligible. We are gonna be.
Oh, right. You have to be like,
we're gonna be very
objective.
impartial and objective on this, and only book our friends for it.
Amazing. I love it so much. I love it.
But I think I think that I'm gonna try and make it at least like 4 or 5 rounds of 6 as the starting.
Oh,
so
that's
like
so fun.
So 30 people.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is like we'll have all of our friends and then people who we don't necessarily like but we respect.
Sure.
And nobody else.
Yeah. Not like last night when you're like, I hate one person. And then I was like, it's me, and nobody laughed, and I was like, I was kidding.
It's possible that it definitely wasn't you, is what I'll say.
We'll talk about that later.
It definitely wasn't you.
It was Kyle. I know.
It was Kyle. It was definitely Kyle. we hate Kyle. Okay. Oh my God.
Are you gonna?
That's such a good idea. It's gonna be in when does it usually start? In like June?
End of May, early June.
It'll be probably like June is when it'll start. Yeah. Just summertime. It'll be like a summertime
deal. So basically comedy clubs have these contests because nobody wants to go to comedy club in summertime. So they try to get butts in seats. Yeah. So that's what those contests are for.
Well, and the other thing is that we are going to pick the people who are in it, but we're also not like charging.
Yeah. No.
We're obviously not charging.
Not like other new contests in town.
Not like every time somebody starts a contest and it's like, this is obviously a money grab.
Sure. Well, no, Eddie Sue.
Eddie Sue. Eddie fucking Sue.
Like seriously, there are things that were happening last night and I was like, this is because of Eddie Sue. Like
Eddie Sue did this.
Eddie Sue did this from Taiwan.
Oh man. Okay.
He got deported. Okay.
Did he get deported?
He did get deported. Or at least he fled before they came for him.
What a loser. That guy sucked. Anyway. God, I hope he's not watching.
I hope he is.
You know what? Yes, I do.
No, you know what?
Eddie!
If he's watching, he'd be so happy. Like, they remember me.
Oh man. Oh boy.
I have such bad vision. I can't even see anything.
Let's see. I don't do comedy. I just leave with 2 wallets as a bit.
As a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Into it.
The other thing is I sort of brainstormed fake names for everybody in the story.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Betty Valet?
Sure. I love it. Betty's another nickname for Elizabeth. So it's perfect.
Also valet is similar to Butler.
Yeah.
Like a valet.
I love it. Oh, see, I'm so bad at puns. Like
that's how I got there.
Yeah, no, I love it. That's
how I got there.
Yeah, Betty Valet. Yeah, I'm into it.
And
or if
Jamie
you're in England,
is Orenthal James Carducci. And
it's not Jamie Truckfuck.
And he goes by Rennie.
Rennie
Carducci.
Yeah. Wait, so is Santa Jr. in this universe?
I am sort of on the fence about it. There might be a Christmas story.
Okay.
Wherein Chuck Claus and Milkshake's Christmas save Christmas or do like a Hallmark type story.
Sure.
But I have not nailed down whether or not that will fit into the whole.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about seems tangential, but it's not about like AI writing? Because
I don't not like it.
Well, when we were in Montana, there's like, I can't remember what it's called, but there's like this little town and we invented this whole Hallmark movie of that town. And then we put it in the AI and it spit out and it was very funny.
Okay.
But it wasn't like, it was funny because it was silly. But
well, I also don't hate the idea of having like asides.
Yeah.
Like having sections that aren't necessarily part of the story, but they're just like they're a bit. There's just like there's a little segments in there.
This is like very like J.D. Salinger, you know, he had this whole universe and all of this, you know, part of this bigger universe.
That's what this is.
Yeah. You are reincarnated. I think he's still alive.
And so maybe. I'm not 100% sure how the Delaware President Egg story fits into the whole larger narrative yet, and it's possible that it will be one of those just sort of like asides.
Also, I just imagine like all of these different late night hosts like can't help themselves but monologue about President Egg, even though it's like Jay Leno warlord. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah. Like what you have the characteristics, but like what is the late night of them?
Yeah.
Like in this new environment.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just do.
I'm not helpful at all.
Like, you are help. Because the thing is, like, what has been really helpful is that like I'm not necessarily a writer.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are.
That's not. But I don't like really write narrative. It's not really what I do.
Okay. Well, but you do, even if it's not like a narrative of like a mystery novel you'd find at Barnes and Noble, but it's still a narrative.
I guess so, but
like, I went to writing
school. It's not like a satisfying finished narrative.
Sure, that's fair.
And that's what I would really like this to be.
Yeah, well,
and so hearing from, especially you and Riley both actually like literally went to school to be a writer.
Yeah.
And so it's useful to hear this kind of thing.
I'm glad. Yeah.
So sort of it starts with obviously War for a Late Night, and then the next important like plot piece that I know as a plot piece is the Nico and the rest of them assemblage of the seven, or I've decided I want to call them the Seven Wonders.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Of the Seven Wonders of the Unnatural World.
Yes.
And so they all come up from the underworld.
Right.
And there is that, and I'm a little bit fuzzy on how that story ends, but I do know that they finish their task, and most of them go back to the underworld because they were only here on a work visa.
Sure.
To do this task.
Yeah.
They were only here on a work visa, but then Nico doesn't want to go back, and that's why we get married.
Okay, perfect.
And so then she has a green card for the overworld. And I have dual citizenship.
Oh my god. Like a whole aside about going to get the visa.
Probably, yeah.
But
then
so
because I have dual citizenship, the reason that we originally kidnap Rennie through time is because current Rennie is dead, and we had already booked him to be on the show. So we're like, well,
you have to.
Like, what are we gonna do? Book another person?
Right.
No, we'll go through time. And it basically I think that the structure of that is gonna be like I'm gonna be like, well, I don't want to find another person, and I say to DP Snacks, the producer of the show, figure it out. And then he kidnaps.
I love that.
And then he kidnaps Rennie through time.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're a problem solver.
And
I appreciate the initiative.
And then I think that at the very end, the last story is going to be DP Snacks going back in time to murder the Rennie to set it all in motion.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's sort of like a
loop around.
Yeah. Like Looper.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's got major Looper vibes.
Yeah.
Don't you love a movie with Looper vibes? Yeah, it's definitely because of the balaclava. Well, and I do think that maybe it'll be like someone wearing a balaclava is seen at the scene of the original murder.
Yeah.
And then we're all throughout the whole story, we're like trying to figure out who's throughout all the different stories. Well, maybe that's Bobby's purview is that he fancies himself the world's greatest detective.
Yes. Yeah.
And so he's sort of like ducking in and out of the stories, being like, okay, but who is the balaclava guy?
Yeah, he's trying to like show up Benedict Cumberbatch. He really wanted that role. He wanted that Sherlock role.
Well, no, but like Batman is the world's greatest detective.
Oh, I forgot.
That's like the whole thing.
Isn't that?
I think that's sure. Batman's thing. No, that is he's the world's greatest detective.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it has definitely like we've definitely lost that in all the different versions of Batman.
I never knew that. Yeah.
And did you see the new Batman?
No, I don't see it. All I watch are cooking competition shows in picture on my phone.
That's fair enough.
That's all I watch. I don't watch anything else.
Batman is solid, and
I've heard
leans a lot more into it him being like a detective.
Right.
But also there is a huge segment of the movie where he's trying to figure out what in a riddle is meant by the rat with wings, and it doesn't even occur to him that it might be a bat. Him being the Batman and the world's greatest detective.
It can't be that.
No, he doesn't even think that it might be a bat. It doesn't even occur to him.
We all have our blind spots, I guess. And
it 100% is.
He's like, this is too close.
Because
does he know that bats are real?
Because spoilers for the Batman, but but the whole storyline is that the Riddler, who is like this incel terrorist, essentially, is inspired by the Batman.
That's Paul Dano?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's inspired by the Batman to be doing the crimes that he's doing because the Batman is a vigilante.
Right.
And so he sees the Batman doing this and he's like, I should be a hero and follow what I believe is right.
Right. Well, those are the best villains.
Yeah.
Not the ones who are like, I know I'm evil.
The one that is directly inspired by the hero to become a villain.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think, was he mad that the Batman didn't get his riddle? Was he like, it's so obvious?
Oh, he wasn't mad about the riddle, but he was annoyed that the Batman didn't understand.
Sure. I get that.
He was,
and you're like, you just want to be seen, you know?
It was genuinely very good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, this is why I need a boyfriend so that I'll watch movies like this. Be like, well, let's watch the Batman, babe. All right.
Let's watch the Batman.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason I need a boyfriend to watch movies.
So...
the only one.
Okay, so story with Nico and the Seven Wonders happens.
Yeah.
Story with wedding happens.
Yeah.
And then after that, young Rennie from the past, time kidnapped Rennie, requests that I use my underworld dual citizenship to go down there and install dead Rennie, the one who died at the beginning,
right?
Who is the current
right? Wait, so how
a little confusing?
How much no, I get it, but how much distance in time? Like, how far back in time does DP Snacks go to kidnap?
I think it is 3 years.
Oh, not that long then. Okay.
Because it was like 20. The idea is that it was like 2018.
Okay.
Was the last time
before times.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also I think that this story is going to be set sort of out of time, and we're not going to necessarily
but this is just for me to know.
Sort of dates. Like, it's like a 3 year.
Is he
difference.
Like ageless, or they? Or, no, I don't know.
Yeah. They're only a 3 year difference.
Okay. But like go. Yeah, but leave old Rennie in the underworld.
Yeah, he's in the underworld, but go down there and install him as the king of the underworld.
Oh, the king. Okay.
And so we then have to
a little mad for power.
We have to like defeat the current lord of the underworld.
Who is
and I think it's gonna be sort of like a heist type situation.
Okay. Yeah, real Ocean's 11 vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, but do we know who that current king is?
The thing is, I have a lot of ideas about and there's also like maybe some of these are maybe just monsters.
Sure.
I feel like it might be it's a lady because it's 2023.
Okay, sure.
It's 2023. The devil can be a woman now.
Yeah, my sexism is definitely showing for sure. Yeah.
And she's also got like 5 tits.
Cool. Yeah.
And
like
that's sort of all
in front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In a row.
Nice. Yeah.
Like, have you
seen
the
most tits ever?
You probably also haven't seen Total Recall, have you?
It's been a very long time. So 3, right?
Triple titties.
That sticks with you.
So wait, maybe it'll be like Olympics.
Yeah. Oh my god! And she's so evil, and she became king of the underworld because her back hurts all the time.
Yes.
That's a lot to carry around.
Well, see, but the other thing is that
are they different sizes?
In this universe, being king of the underworld isn't necessarily an evil person's game. The underworld is just the underworld. It's not
it just
hell.
Is.
It's the underworld. It's where all the dead people
it's morally neutral. Okay, yeah. Cool. Thank you.
It's the underworld.
Okay. But I just feel like anybody who's king is at least a little evil, you know?
Like, I mean, she is.
Yeah.
She's kind of like she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
She's kind of.
Well, you gotta be, you know, you gotta keep everybody in line.
And I'll bet she has a whip.
A switch?
No, like a whip, like a bull whip.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a cat of nine tails.
Or like, you know, that's like really leaning into like S&M.
Sure.
You know, but like, what about like Craig Robinson style from, have you seen What We Do in the Shadows? Is his name Craig Robinson? The energy vampire?
Craig, it's not.
Is it not Robinson?
Is it Robinson?
I don't know. Totally sure. Thompson, maybe. Anyway, but like, you know, like unassuming. Like to me, that's like, as opposed to like, I'm a sexy king of the underworld.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe, I mean, probably shapeshifter.
Right okay, perfect. Yeah, problem solved.
But I also have ideas for different creatures that could be involved.
Yeah.
One is Tim Grimson, the Stimson Bimper. And he's sort of like a big like fluffy bear type, but then he's got eyeballs all over him.
Yeah. Oh, like biblically accurate.
2 little horns.
Yeah. No, I love him already. He sounds like what's the big Muppet? The red one? Sweetums.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Sort of similar to that, except for I think he's
with
blue.
more eyes. Yeah. Sweetums is like red.
He's blue and has lots of horns. And then his ward.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Sure.
He's like the guardian.
Yeah, that's the right word.
The slime child.
Okay.
Who is just a slime, but then it has a mask on that is a smiley face.
Okay, that's terrifying. Yeah. Yeah, that's really
It's just like a ball of slime.
How does the slime know?
It wears a mask to be a smiley face.
Yeah. I'm into it. Yeah.
Colin Robinson.
Thank you. Craig Robinson is from The Office and also just very funny.
Oh yeah,
he's also a stand-up.
That's what threw me off.
Yeah, so sorry. Thank you, Colin Thompson.
Okay. So Robinson. and then there's also Ring Wolf. I don't know totally. I think that might be a wolf that just has rings like Saturn.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Which is an interesting thought to me.
Can I submit a suggestion?
Yes.
Capybaras, because do you know capybaras?
Yeah,
they get along with everybody.
Oh,
you like see them with any animal, and they're just chilling. Like they just love everybody. So like I feel like they would probably want to hang out with like a ring wolf. You know?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
they're not like mystical or anything. They're just like capybaras because they're cool.
So maybe they're just like around in the
underworld. They're just around.
They're just sort of everywhere.
They're just sort of everywhere.
They're just sort of everywhere. Have you ever seen a bush dog?
Is that the dog that's like just the breed is just dog and all the other dogs came from it?
No, I have a joke about bush dogs, but they're so cool and they are one of my favorite animals.
I'm excited. Did you see about that cloud leopard that like got out of the zoo in Dallas?
No.
Had a big day.
Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I love him.
Guy.
I love him.
He looks like a friggin' like weird otter Wolverine.
Yeah, no, he's amazing.
Oh, I love a bush dog.
Yeah, just a fluffy. I was thinking
and then
about
my joke about it is that I really relate to the bush dog because when I see a bush, I'm kind of a dog. Anyway.
Well, you know.
When I see a bush, I'm kind of a dog. Yeah, exactly. And then I do a lot of kicks and I go.
I hope that you do this on Thursday.
I definitely will.
Yeah, good.
It is definitely a current part of my act.
Nice. I love that.
And then okay, at the end of that story, dead Rennie, who is now the king of the underworld, betrays me.
Oh,
and sends me to the dirt cage, which is the underworld prison.
Yes, the dirt cage where you go in and out. Yes, Nico's wedding. Your wedding with Nico. There was dirt cage. Thank you. We are now in the dirt cage.
So perfectly timed.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't know if you recall, but when we were at the wedding, in and out of the dirt cage. Pee Wee's Playhouse vibes. Somebody forgot their keys. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it would be a very funny aside of just like in and out of that place.
Oh yeah, like
like
I keep doing like it's like that's such a good idea because I was trying to figure out like, is it just that I'm in prison and it's like a story about me being in prison? Is it like a Shawshank Redemption sort of deal?
Yeah.
But I really like the idea of it being like a law procedural of me like like court and being like, you're free, you're not free.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
Just but like really long, like
yes, you got to lean into it.
Like 30 pages of
yes,
like straight up law procedural.
Yes. 100%. Oh my god, it's like think of all the other like genres that you want. You know what I mean? It's like
exactly.
The Expanse. Like, have you read those books or like watched that show?
I
like
started the show.
Every book is like a different. Like the first one is like a noir thriller, and then like so every season was like a different vibe.
And well, speaking of that, I do want to do. Yeah, there's like I said, the King of the Underworld. That's kind of probably going to be sort of heist energy.
Yeah.
I wrote down Jumanji.
Okay.
I do want a story to be Jumanji-esque.
So is that the genre then? Is Jumanji?
Yeah, that's the genre is Jumanji.
Yeah. Did you ever? It's probably like kids probably don't watch it or read it today. The Indian in the Cupboard.
Yes.
Like that vibe.
I love the Indian.
It's so good. Yeah. I just feel like there's probably like insensitive things that kids today wouldn't want to read.
For sure.
But
being
able to go in the world and then out of the world. Yeah.
Great story.
It's a great story.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, that same vibe. Okay.
But very much I'm still sort of working out how everything fits together.
Yeah. Well, and also the thing is, I'm glad that you're having an outline, but like leave room for your unconscious to like tie things together.
Yeah.
Because it's really cool when that happens and you're like, I couldn't have written it that way if I tried to, but you know what I mean? So like,
well, and I mean, that's how it's gonna happen anyway.
Sure.
Like,
but like, those are the best parts of writing for me.
But I also just, it's really easy for me to think of like an overarching like, but then actually like writing prose.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you're a writer. That's the deal.
Know what that is.
Yeah.
In fact, I maybe don't know how to read.
It's true. Yeah. So
it's entirely possible that I am famously illiterate.
But that's true. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, like trusting your unconscious to like, what is it?
The prose bros.
The prose bros. Trusting your unconscious, like, is the coolest thing when you like write something. You're like, oh, that's why I wrote that like 20 pages ago. Yeah. Like, there's that detail that I didn't consciously know, but it's like, oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's like when a new tag really works, or you riff a tag that really crushes, and you're like, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll get better at it. It's just gonna be like a thing that I have to.
I mean, and this is how every writer feels.
It's gonna take so long.
Yeah, it is gonna take a long time.
Fucking long.
Yeah, but every writer feels this way, and so much of writing is the thinking about writing. But then you have to actually do the writing.
Yeah,
and you just like you aren't practiced at writing endings yet, so like
doing the writing sucks.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, no, that part is hard. That's why I do all my writing on stage.
Yeah.
Because like sitting down to write, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Well,
I'll have like ideas or like bullet points.
The way that I write is that I pace around in my bedroom and I go, and then afterwards I sit down and write like bullet points.
Yeah. See, I just smoke a lot of lately Blue Dream, which I highly recommend, and then just my brain spits out stuff and I'm like, good shit, so it's like I don't really have to do much of the work. Just my unconscious does it and spits it out. Basically.
And my brain is a genius.
Sure.
My body sucks ass.
Yeah. I keep getting so mad. I didn't ask to have this meat sack I'm supposed to keep taking care of. Nobody asked me. No. I really, when John Mulaney says he wants to be a head in a jar, I'm like, yeah. Or a floating head or whatever he says.
So the other thing is that let's talk about your character specifically.
Okay.
Betty Valet.
The
billionaire.
Yes.
I think that some things that I thought would be interesting are A, you have the power to know when people are going to die.
Okay.
And that's how you keep marrying billionaires right before they die.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you're literally a succubus.
I like that better.
Okay.
Because that's very funny to me.
Yeah. And so maybe you come from like a demon realm.
Yeah, no, I have been told that
during the rift. You come from a demon realm during the rift.
And you know, because I seem so like cheery and whatever, but like I'm actually just a demon.
You're straight up Jennifer's goddamn body.
Exactly. Yes.
So if you come through the rift, and I think one thing that I do think is fun is that if instead of a second story, there's a section that is a bunch of pages of like monologue jokes.
Yes.
Essentially.
Oh my God. Yes.
And they're written by writers that I hired that came from other dimensions now.
Yes.
And so like some of the jokes will be written by like Bill Hicks Bones. And the joke will just be like click clack click clack click clack.
Yeah, Mitch Headstone. Like
just or it won't even say actual words, it'll just be like in parentheses clacking bone sounds.
Yes. Yeah. So the audience for your book or your stories is comedy nerds who are also late night nerds who also like sci-fi, and I think there's probably a few.
Pretty much me.
No,
I am the audience for this story.
Yeah, no, I'm into all of these things. Like, no, but
there's a few of us.
Yes,
there's a few of us. I'm not gonna be a J.K. Rowling, but
well, that's fine. You'll be able to sleep at night.
Actually, you know what though?
What?
Wizards.
Yeah.
And then vampires.
Yeah.
Maybe the next thing is like.
Maybe
the next
comedians.
big thing is late night talk show sci-fi.
Yeah, no. Like honestly, like if there is an audience for like weird like genre.
Oh yeah, and then after vampires it was like Hunger Games was
but then we got to like real Hunger Games and everyone's like,
it was like Harold Potter.
Yeah.
And then directly into vampires,
Twilight, right?
And then directly into Hunger Games. I don't know what the thing is anymore because I'm not paying any attention.
I don't know that there is anymore a thing.
Is it Rick and Morty?
Not now.
Well, no, he's fired.
I know. Yeah,
he's fired. So now it's just gonna be Dan Harmon still doing all of the work.
Well, yeah. But other people will do the voices. Everyone on the internet was like, those aren't hard voices.
What I'm excited about is the idea that what if they get like a different person to do the voices every episode?
That's really funny. Yeah.
I think that would be
I like when there's something that's very drastically changed, like episode to episode, but nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
It feels like an inside joke, you know? Yeah.
Well, and see, I like the idea of let Mary Houlihan voice Morty. That is funny. That's a funny idea. Mary Houlihan is a comedian.
I don't know.
She used to live in Brooklyn, but now she lives in a log cabin in the woods.
That sounds nice.
It is nice. She does all the art for the Joe Parrott Talks With You show. All those paintings.
I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Good.
No, I will. Yeah, I believe you.
But I like the idea if these books get any sort of traction, and then HBO is like, hey.
Yeah.
Let us make a show.
Totally.
I will have a different person play me in every episode.
That's really funny. Yeah, absolutely. So it'd be animated? Oh, obviously.
Did you ever see that show Altered Carbon?
I've heard of it, but no.
It was like, it's so interesting because the first season it's like about like it's I guess like almost like a cybernetic like replacement of a person.
Okay.
And so, but then at the end of the first season, that body dies. But then the program is still exists.
Oh, yeah.
And so they put it in a new body, and so a different actor plays the same character.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Like Doctor Who.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Well, similar to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Same basic idea.
Consciousness. Yeah. I mean, and it's really a question of like, what is consciousness?
But I do think,
what is a soul?
I do think that that's very fun to have.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, this is just chaotic, but like that's your vibe.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is
like
my whole deal.
Yeah, there's like chaos, but it's like there is like a through line, which is cool.
Yes.
So it's like managing the chaos.
That's the idea. Yeah, and that's sort of what I'm struggling with. But I mean, I do keep coming back to this outline and like slowly picking away at like,
it takes as long as it takes.
The story?
It takes as long as it takes. Like it's the coming back to it. It's the, you know what I mean? Like
it's gonna be a.
What is it?
They replaced the really racist dude with Tracy Morgan. I don't know who. Oh, the way Squidbillies did it. Oh, I see. Yeah. Let me. Dude, should I try and start a thing for me to play Rick?
Yes. Absolutely. Like a campaign.
But don't do a Rick voice.
No, just your normal
voice.
Yeah. Just you talking like right
I'm
now.
Rick Sanchez.
Pickle Rick.
Burp.
Yeah.
Morty, I turned myself into a pickle.
Now I'm a Christmas ornament. Did Pickle Rick ever turn into a Christmas ornament?
No, but
you know, like a pickle as like a Christmas ornament. That's a thing.
Yeah. Find the pickle.
Yeah. What a missed opportunity.
It's not an ornament. It's hidden on the tree, and so then you have to find it, and then and then you get $5 when you find the pickle.
Oh, that didn't. I did not grow up in a pickle tree house,
German tradition.
Yeah, it's German. Yeah. But they real missed opportunity for tie-in merch by not making a Pickle Rick Christmas
German,
tree
but
pickle.
Also Polish, and I don't know if you know, but I am profoundly Polish.
I do know that about you.
I'm deeply Polish.
You need to go to Chicago.
I'm an amount of Polish that, like,
yeah.
If you were making a picture of the face of Poland, it would pretty much just be me.
Yeah.
This is what a fucking Polish looks like.
Yes. When I worked in a nursing home in Chicago and worked with so many Polish nurses.
Hell yeah.
I love the Polish.
They're the best
delicious foods.
They're the pierogies are a perfect food.
Like, yeah.
Pierogies are famously a perfect food, and Costco does not sell them.
Oh, rude.
And they are racist.
Yeah. Well, we all know that about Costco.
Yeah, they don't. Okay. I could be Rick Sanchez Burp.
Totally. Yeah, you should start a campaign. Get everyone on the internet on your side. Then they'll have to.
What I should do is, I wonder how it probably wouldn't be that. No, because it's animated. So I could just dub my voice.
Oh, yes. That's fair use. Right?
Well, I wouldn't like necessarily put it anywhere, but I would send it to Dan
really
Harmon.
Funny. That's really funny. I'm sure
be like, okay, Dan,
50 people are ahead of you.
This?
Yeah, 50 people are ahead of you. He's like, not another.
Somebody, get me a script.
Yeah.
And I will read all of the lines.
Yes.
And also, but I won't watch what's actually happening on the show.
No.
So that I can have a completely clean take.
Yeah, like a blank slate of just what you're getting from the script, not from the animation. Yeah. You absolutely should do this. Please.
I think that is a really good idea.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe there might be a couple of weeks in between doing these story, what is it, development sessions and whatever the next thing is.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'll just just read Rick and Morty scripts aloud.
Yes. Do it like a table read.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then you can have other people come in and do the other parts.
Well, do you want to be Morty?
Sure. I've never seen that show.
I think, honestly, your voice isn't that much different from Morty's voice.
Yeah. Yes. I would love to be Morty.
I think you could totally be Morty.
It would be totally a blank slate. I know about like Pickle Rick or whatever, but I've never seen an episode. So I would come into it like cold. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say we should do Pickle Rick, but I feel like that script is not the most dialogue heavy.
Sure.
Oh yeah, DP Snacks, you should be Jerry.
Sure. There's Jerry
is the dad.
Okay.
Jerry is the dad, and then Summer and the mom, whose name is Sarah Shock.
Oh, okay.
Is the person who
okay. I was like the actress? Like, what's her name?
Tiger
Becky
Bates.
too?
Yeah, you should be Bird Person for sure.
Yeah. Becky too from Roseanne.
What?
Sarah Chalk was Becky too on Roseanne.
Oh, was she?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was also Elliot.
Yes, but before that, she was
Elliot,
the new Becky.
Reese's Pieces.
No, that's Drew Barrymore.
Well,
I'm so confused.
No, she was Elliot in Scrubs.
In Scrubs, right? That's what I thought we were talking about.
Anytime I say the name Elliot, I have to say Elliot.
Sure. Okay.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah. It's just like back then, people didn't know about marketing and product placement. It just seems sweet. Yeah.
Elliot.
Yes, I would love to be Morty.
So then the question is, I have written down here the crypto winter. Yes. So I feel like that is a story that has to be a story somewhere in the mix.
Yeah. And like maybe in that we can put the billionaire group therapy.
Yes.
I feel like it might fit in there.
Okay.
Because like probably you would have a lot to talk about in group therapy.
Well, but the question is, I guess essentially because I'm the only late night host in the universe,
right?
That would lead me to be a billionaire.
Yeah. Wait, but I thought you became a billionaire because
of the crypto winter.
Yeah.
It becomes complicated.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that, like I said, some of these stories will definitely divert from the main storyline.
Sure.
Just like in a television show.
Well, and also like it doesn't have to be complicated. You just need to find like a little thing to tie it together and people will be like, cool, I'm on board. Yeah. You don't have to like get too into the like explanation. Like you might need that for yourself, like to understand it, but it doesn't have to be in the story.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
So crypto winter.
Well, so the story with the crypto winter is the thing that I once again improv brained was I invented a thing called the toast cooker.
Right.
Which is it turns toast into double toast.
Sure. Yeah.
An oven turns dough into bread. A toaster turns bread into toast. A toast cooker turns toast into double toast.
Yeah, no, it's necessary.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
And so I took that to Shark Tank.
Right.
And got Mark Cuban on board.
Yes.
Because he's a sucker.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking sucker.
He is.
He'll buy anything.
I have that joke about the hotbox helmet and taking it on Shark Tank. And Mark Cuban's gonna buy it. And everyone wants Mark Cuban to buy their thing.
And then, because he's the one that is like in the zeitgeist.
Totally.
There's also Mr. Wonderful. My favorite reference is Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
But people don't necessarily
They had to be
connect with that. People connect with Mark Cuban because he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, have we talked about I saw the this is like 10 years ago or something. I saw the Canadian Dragon's Den, which is Shark Tank in Canada.
Yeah.
And Mr. Wonderful is so nice on there.
He's actually Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, he's really nice. And I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's so mean.
Because he's like the fucking Simon Cowell of...
Yeah. But like the American, he's like Gordon Ramsay, right? When it comes to America, he's like, you fucking cunt donkey.
Because that's what America wants.
Right, exactly. But then he goes back to England and he's like, oi, like whatever.
He's like genuinely a good dude. And so I think the story was I sold the idea of the toast cooker.
Yeah.
And with the seed money, I put it all on black. Yeah. I bought up all the cryptocurrency I could and then immediately sold it, which crashed the crypto market.
But you came out good.
Yeah.
Like a billionaire, right? Like you're like, exactly. Who cares about you guys?
Billionaire mindset.
Yeah.
Grind set mindset. On my billionaire grind set.
Yeah.
Bought all of the crypto and then sold it immediately.
Yeah.
Because buying it all inflated the price and then immediately sold it back.
Yeah. So like Nancy Pelosi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ugh. Everybody sucks. This is why I like making up fantasy worlds.
Yeah. Yes.
Because the real one sucks shit.
Yeah, it does.
Cannot stand it.
No, it just keeps getting bad. Worse. Ugh.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yes. But like, so that you created the crypto.
That's the sort. And I think that is fine as a story.
Yeah. Yeah. What they call it? Pump and dump? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pump and but also I think that maybe it's possible that my character in the story doesn't necessarily do that, but somebody comes on the show and talks about doing that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. When Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton were talking about NFTs. It's like
that clip drove me insane.
Yeah, I watched it the other day and I was like, it's worse than I remember.
Fucking blew my mind in a bad way.
Yeah.
It made me feel like a crazy person.
Yeah. No, it's so emblematic of like COVID era America.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was so.
And I think
it's so crazy.
Tulip, whatever they call it, the tulip craze lasted longer than NFTs. I think the tulips hung in a little longer.
Oh God.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm just saying.
That's right. Yeah. Forrest made us NFTs. Made me and James NFTs. NFT monkey faces.
Nice.
And they're so good.
Yeah,
and
I bet they are.
I'll dig them out of my.
And like when Paris. Oh my God. There we go.
Oh, yeah, it's just
when they put their NFTs next to each other and they're just like identical.
We have alpha
because they're just monkeys.
Get brought up and you're like, oh yeah, and then you'll tell this story like
monkeys.
I didn't know how into NFTs you were. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah,
like 12 people know what it is. Well, I barely know. Can you explain what an NFT is?
It's a non-fungible token.
Non-fungible.
Yes.
Paris Hilton, can you explain what an NFT is?
No, that's high. Like
sell anything from art to music to experiences, physical objects.
Like what? I'm not going to jump into the NFT world, but I know Beeple is an artist. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's just like 300 pictures in one.
Oh, see, and this isn't even the.
I thought that was interesting, and I go, well,
this is the one where Paris Hilton is just indoctrinating him, and then she comes back
right.
like a month later.
Yeah, I couldn't even do that to my audience tonight. Are you kidding me? I could doubt I would make money out the NFTs.
His brain is so smooth.
I want to talk about cooking with Paris because
I'm sorry, I just.
Yeah, it's giving you the ick.
It's hard for me to.
His brain is so smooth, like he's not. He doesn't connect the dots.
Yeah,
he really is like just a laughing monkey,
which is oh God.
Yeah,
to be Jimmy Fallon.
It must be. I've heard he drinks.
To be Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, yeah, just like ruin every sketch you're in by
just
giggling.
Empty,
yeah, just it seems silly. Peaceful. It seems peaceful.
He has a slide in his house.
What about Seth Meyers? Did you put him on your list?
No, because Seth Meyers wasn't a late night host at the time.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you.
That was before Fallon became Tonight Show. He was late night.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. I like Seth.
And Seth is good.
I love when he has the jokes that Seth can't tell.
The other thing is that there's also Colbert and Jon Stewart.
Oh, sure.
On the air
or like the Weekend Update anchors.
But I don't know if, exactly. Well, but Colbert and Jon Stewart were like a regular late night, essentially. They were like every night.
No, totally. Well, they were like in the weeds with President Egg, probably. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like that was their whole beat, would be my guess.
I do think. I mean, I haven't decided if they are going to play a part.
Sure.
But if they do, it'll probably be similar to Eric Andre and just like it's an in passing.
Yeah, like a cameo
joke of like.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the joke for them would be.
Sure.
I think that just Eric Andre being just like a fucking like tentacles and like chainsaws and a slimy dick dragon behind him.
Yeah. No, you're really hung up on that slimy dick.
I think it's an important part of it.
Yeah.
Well, because he walks and then it drags in between his legs like a tail. But it is his dick.
Yeah, well, good for him. I mean, he might want to get that slime checked out, but you know what?
Well,
he'll make it work.
May it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. The only other thing I'm thinking about is like the side story with Dylan Jones / Tom Jones. Like,
oh yeah,
that was a whole thing.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was Tom Jones's assistant, which I think fits into the succubus storyline.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide Well, because one thing I do worry a little bit about is having too many, involving too many real celebrities in the story.
Why is this the line?
Well, and it's starting to feel like actual literal fan fiction.
Oh, sure, that's fair.
What
do they call it? There's like a word for that. It's like fan fiction about real people.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that what slash fiction is? No, I think slash fiction is fuck stuff.
Yeah.
Is it not just fan fiction?
I think it's like a subset of fan fiction. When I think of fan fiction, I think of like characters.
Yeah.
And then there's like real, like the people who are really into One Direction and stuff. They write stories.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was a different thing.
Like I fundamentally don't like
fiction.
Yeah. I understand the existence of fan fiction, but I don't understand the urge, you know?
I don't even understand the existence. They already wrote those. Those are
right. The story's over. Like it's
those characters already have. Yeah. Oh wait, IRL fic maybe.
Sure, that sounds right. Yeah, but it's like so fan fiction about real people, which really IRL seems. Fic. Yeah, that's what we used to call it.
Real
IRL.
Life fiction.
Yeah. So I understand.
It's like if fiction was real.
But I keeping it with like late night universe people.
Yeah. I mean, but Robert Pattinson is
he could be like an honorary.
Already.
Yeah.
And Nico and the gang are,
sure.
Yeah.
I think the only story thing that came out of that was that I got my start by being his assistant. And he introduced me to my first billionaire.
Right. I had totally forgotten about that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. You do this like all the time, and I drop in like
so many bits and pieces that I have completely lost.
No, I love it. Well, you should also like maybe the audience folks who, especially the people who come every time. Yeah. Maybe they have like things that they remember. Yeah, they're like, no, we don't. We just tune in and.
Well, I mean, right in the Discord. Any specific things that have happened.
You gotta invite me to the Discord.
I think I already did, didn't I?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn I did, but I will again.
Yeah.
Right in the Discord, any specific things that you remember being like that you found especially interesting or cool. And probably I will mine through that and figure out.
I don't know how to change between Discord
because I'm still sort of like I have like definitely the beginning of an outline of like where it's going.
You do, and it's like they talk about people who are plotters or pantsers, which is like you just write by the seat of your pants and see what happens. So you just need more of a plot, which makes sense.
I am definitely I definitely need to plot. Well, and the reason I'm doing it like this is because I do want it to be written like a mystery, and you can't write a mystery by the seat of your pants.
No, I think that would be difficult.
Figure it all out beforehand.
Yeah.
How it all fits together, because it's a puzzle. That's what it is. I like puzzles.
Yeah,
I like puzzles.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm building a puzzle here, and
there
are a billion pieces.
Yes. No, and everybody's writing process is different. So whatever works for you is what works for you. Like that's what matters. It's not,
I like to think of myself as a pantser, but I'm not.
No.
I like to think of myself as a chaos creature, but it's planned chaos.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
I do a lot of planning beforehand, and then once I'm doing it, I just let her rip.
Yeah. Okay, that's reasonable. That's interesting.
I have a plan.
My chaos is
I don't necessarily stick to my plan, but I make a plan.
And my chaos is just a response to my environment and where I see other people can fit into it, Yeah.
Puzzles.
Improv brain.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think you have been the most helpful in terms of making me feel better about the fact that I can't read.
That's fine. Everybody starts somewhere. No, but the writing program that I went to, the whole philosophy behind it was if you can tell a story, you can write a story.
Okay.
It's a different way of teaching writing than workshops. And
I was so angry. I bought this book called Long Story Short. It's called Long Story Short, the only storytelling guide you'll ever need, thinking that it was like about writing stories, but it's about like on stage storytelling. And I was like, well, I don't care about that.
No, I got that down.
Who am I gonna? I have to find someone. I have to give it to somebody. Do you want this book?
No, thank you. Because I don't really do you know what I mean? But John Bennett. Do you know John Bennett? Yes. The Australian.
Oh no! I do. I do. I haven't met him, but
he's fantastic. Anyway, he teaches like storytelling.
Yeah,
he might already have the book, but
oh well. I mean, I'm not gonna give it to someone. I don't know. I might give it. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe Danielle.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I bet Danielle would like it. Yeah.
Because I was just like, this is not what I wanted to be at all.
No, there's a book called Save the Cat, which is like a screenwriting book. Yeah. But they also have like a website. Do I
have a copy of that already?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But screenwriting and like commercial fiction, like there's a lot of parallels there. Yeah. Yeah. So I knew so many novel writers who swore by that.
Probably I'm going to write it more not necessarily in the way of a script, but more like more like
prose. Yeah. The prose bros. Yeah.
The prose bros.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Good. Awesome. Good and bye. And thank you for
being here.
Tuning in, and I love you and big kisses and